Okay, so this is my training log for April 27th, 2015 through May 3rd, 2015. I started the week off on Tuesday with low bar squatting. I used my flats in my Tuesday workout this week and my Olympic heel on my Saturday because the gym that I train out on Tuesday doesn't have the center knurling on the bar, which makes a big difference in bar position on low bar squats. So I didn't want to discount my Olympic shoes just on a matter of it actually being a matter of the bar. Um, but I do think that I prefer my flats, even though some of these reps I get a little bit forward. I think it's a lot worse in my Olympic heel, especially as the load starts to get heavier and heavier. For Olympic, like high bar squats, I would still definitely wear my Romaleos, but I think just the standard chucks are what I prefer for low bar squatting. Um, these were done with 205, so I took my 265 training max from last cycle and bumped it up 10 pounds for this cycle, which 75% of 275 put me at 205. Um, and then as I continue through cycles, I will add 5 to 10 pounds to my max, depending on how the reps went. If they're okay, then I'm just gonna bump it 10 pounds on my squat and deadlift and 5 pounds on my bench. If they're really ugly, I'll either bump it 5 pounds or leave it the same and work on completing the cycle with better technique. Hopefully, as my body weight goes up, my training max and true max and working weights all go up accordingly. Overall, though, those were pretty satisfactory in my opinion. Next, I did pause bench. I just filmed the third set. My squats, I filmed the first and the fifth set. Um, for this, I was happy with how these felt. Moving my grip in a little bit, I think has helped my shoulder tremendously, and I don't think I'm really that much stronger with the little bit wider grip. And I don't think my elbows are breaking too far past parallel here, so I don't think it's really going to detriment me in the long run as far as powerlifting goes. But aside from that last rep being a little bit slow, these felt really good, and I was happy with how my 5 sets of 7 went at 75% of 205, so that was 155. Moving on to deadlifts, I enjoyed pulling conventional, so I bumped my training max from 315 to 325, and this is 75% of that, so 245 pounds for 5 sets of 7. Overall, I'm happy with how these looked. I think there's a little bit of rounding in the thoracic area towards the tail end of my sets, but I think overall these look pretty good. I don't like that I'm kind of going back to that stare at the ceiling, arch the crap out of my cervical spine. I'd like to be able to stare out on the horizon or a few feet in front of me on the floor and keep that nice neutral neck area. But overall, these were good. I think I just need to continually focus on mobility, bracing in the core and my erectors, and then really pulling the weight in and driving through my heels. But overall, I think like this first week was definitely good. Hopefully, my next couple workouts for deadlifts are good, and then I can just bump up my training max some more, and we can continually make progress. And I think in the long run, my conventional will be stronger than my sumo, even if currently my sumo may be a little bit stronger. Plus, I think for overall back development, the conventional is better in the long run. But that's just my opinion personally. Last rep, a little bit of rounding, but nothing. Not going to Snap City by any means. Next up was the overhead press. So last cycle I did 5 sets of 7 at 90 pounds. They were kind of grindy, but I was like, I'm gonna go 95 pounds today, and I went 95 pounds and got about 5 reps pretty smooth. And I knew I could get a 6 rep and maybe a seventh, but it would have been really grindy, and I just didn't want to do that on my first set. So after doing that set of 5 with 95, I decided just to play it safe. I bumped it down to 85 pounds, went for good, clean, smooth reps. Next cycle, I'm going to do 90 and then go for 95 for real. This was my Saturday workout, so you can't see them, but I'm wearing my Olympic heel in this workout, and I think I'm still more satisfied with my flat. I like this gym. It's good because I can wear, or I can look at myself in the mirror and see my depth, but it's also bad because you're not going to be able to do that in a meet. but I think I'm just getting too far forward with my Olympic heel and turning the movement into a bit of a good morning, where with my chucks, I just am in a better position and I can drive more through my legs. My hips don't shoot up as bad. Overall, though, really good workout. Following these low bar squats for that was a really ugly rep. For my 5 sets of 7 at 205, I did some conventional deadlifts